In a land where time whispers through ancient temples and wisdom flows like rivers in the spring, this is the story of Japan, a tale of tradition, resilience, and beauty. In this series, we will discover the birth of Japan. During the Jomon Period, 13,000 BC to 300 BC, the inhabitants of the Japanese islands were gatherers, fishers, and hunters. Jomon is the name of the era's pottery. It was created just as the Jomon Period began. People of the Jomon Period kneaded clay to create pottery in shapes they liked, and they learned to make strong containers through chemical changes by applying heat. Such containers made it possible to boil and store food. Yayoi Period. The Yayoi Period is a period in Japanese history that started in the late Neolithic period in Japan and continued through the Bronze Age, and towards its end crossed into the Iron Age. During the Yayoi Period, 300 BC to 250 AD, the rice culture was imported into Japan around 100 BC. With the introduction of agriculture, social classes started to evolve, and parts of the country began to unite under powerful landowners. Chinese travelers during the Han and Wei dynasties reported that a queen called Himiko, or Pimiku, reigned over Japan at that time. The Yayoi period brought also the introduction of iron and other modern ideas from Korea into Japan. Again, its pottery gave the period its name, Kofun Period. By the beginning of the Kofun period, 250 to 538, a center of power had developed in the fertile Kenai Plain, and by about 400 AD, the country was united as Yamato Japan with its political center in and around the province of Yamato, about today's Nara Prefecture. The period's name comes from the large tombs, kofun, that were built for the political leaders of that era. Yamato Japan extended from Kyushu to the Kenai Plain, but did not yet include the Kanto, Tohoku, and Hokkaido. The emperor was ruler of Yamato Japan and resided in a capital that was moved frequently from one city to another. However, the Soga clan soon took over the actual political power, resulting in a system in which most of the emperors only acted as the symbol of the state and performed Shinto rituals. Asuka Period. During the Asuka period, 538 to 710, the influence from the mainland increased strongly thanks to friendly relations to the kingdom of Kudara, or Paikse, on the Korean peninsula. Buddhism was introduced to Japan in the year 538 or 552 and was promoted by the ruling class. Prince Shotoku is said to have played an especially important role in promoting Chinese ideas. He also wrote the Constitution of 17 articles about moral and political principles. The theories of Confucianism and Taoism, as well as the Chinese writing system, had also been introduced to Japan by then. In 645, Nakatomi no Kamatari started the era of the Fujiwara clan that was to last until the rise of the military class, samurai, in the 11th century. In the same year, the Taika reforms were realized. A new government and administrative system was established after the Chinese model. All land was bought by the state and redistributed equally among the farmers in a large land reform in order to introduce the new tax system that was also adopted from China. Tell me your views on this and comment for part 2.